welcome to the PP election coverage by the Peruvian. Today we're going to be interviewing Maksym and Taishi. So, guys, why you're running? Why should people vote for you?
Look, okay, people, you're starting on the PP program. Yes, in the academic program. However, it's our deep conviction that the performance of this program can be full without the active student participation. And here is where the BP Society comes. And if you want the BP Society to flourish, to make the events frequently, and to surely know that these events will happen, to have all these events properly communicated, i.e. the student community will properly, please vote for us, because we have a certain strategy for this and we'll ensure it for 100%.
Taishi, anything to add? Okay, the next question would be, why do you guys work well as a team? Why do you support each other to run for PP presidency?
Okay. I had a few people who I suggested to be the vice presidents, but the first priority was re-estructuration, because I think that he has this two-person in one. He is funny, he is very communicative, but simultaneously he's very serious, and in certain tasks, if they're given to him, he can execute them properly and effectively. Why we work effectively as a team? Because we properly allocate our responsibilities, first of all. Because, for example, yes, although we are working on our vision and our video together, but more I working on vision and he was working on scenario for our video. Therefore, when understanding the effective allocation of job, we become a very good team.
And I think that our backgrounds kind of combine well. He's from Ukrainian background and I'm from a half Russian background. But we still kind of like go over the differences. We just go over the national boundaries because it's an international program, so we promote international values. And I would say that Maksym and I work well together because, as he said, I'm more in the social side. He's more in this like actual organizing, actual this virtue. So I think it's kind of like, in a sense, like a yin and yang. It goes full circle.
Perfect. And what do you want there to be your legacy? How do you envision PP after the presidency?
Okay, it's about answering the question of what we are doing right now and what we expect to reach. And our expectation are fully traceable. First of all, there will be implemented the effective organization of the VP community, of VP society, I'm sorry, because we are right now working on the certain structure. There will be, you expect when we are out of office then in a year, then VP society will have the head office with me as the president, his vice president, treasurer, and two student councillors. Therefore, because we are the first year student, but we also need to hear the voices of the second year student and third year student. Therefore, always will be heard, and in the end of our cadence, you can be sure that we'll ensure it. Yes, this organizational matters. And also regarding organizing events itself, in the end of our cadence, we'll leave the PP Society, we won't leave the PP Society. We'll engage with it more, but yes, not on the leadership positions, but we'll leave it with certain structure of the events of the PP Society itself, sports events, academic and chess, yes, as he mentioned in the video. And we'll leave the PP Society as an umbrella of other clubs, which effectively communicates with these clubs and directs their work. Therefore, the work will remain not just the PP Society as a good working organization, but others, debate clubs, and etc., are student initiatives on the high level of communication, organization, frequent meetings, and so on.
I think the point stands that as first years, we basically experience Although there is to offer to this program, but we can still tell that this is a new program. I would say that my first week of this university was really good. The freshers week was super well organized. But as the months go on, you could tell more and more events were more disorganized, were kind of out of place, were kind of in the shambles. So in my vision, I want this program to have a higher quality, higher club structure, higher participation rate, and I think this requires like huge restructuring, opening of more positions, like key like treasury positions, etc. And what I vision at the end when I graduate is that this program will be more cohesive. There will be more of a actual university culture. There will be a university life. There will be weekly events, monthly events. There will be new clubs. That is what me and Maxime are hoping for.
So to sum up, you guys are hoping to give PPE society a stronger, steadier structure and to improve communication. Is that correct?
And also to improve the work of the clubs, because the majority is not so working right now.
Okay, perfect. And to put you a bit more of in a tight spot, let's say that you're in a situation where an event has been organized and word has gone out that the faculty will pay for all things. You'll go to the receipt, if money has been spent, everybody has spent for their drinks, and they're waiting for refund. They go to the faculty and they say they won't pay for alcoholic drinks. What do you do?
Okay, first of all, I want to mention that all responsibilities are allocated. Yes, I, as the president, will be also responsible for it, but first of all, the head organizer of the events will be responsible as the head of the organizing team. If the situation happens, first of all, we need to understand what happened, the reason, so as to understand the solution. And if yes, it was miscommunicated by the head organizer or other organizers, yes, it becomes really a problem. But I think that you said that people paid for all the alcoholic drinks.
But they're expecting a refund.
Yeah, but it doesn't work this way. But I right now say how it should work, because it doesn't work this way actually. When the event is organized, the PP society is already paying the place where the meeting will happen for all the catering, all drinks and etc. And such situation may happen, I don't know, in 1% out of 10. But if it really happens, yes, it is disappointing for people that they can't attend it. And therefore, I think the best solution will be to organize one more event. For example, it can be also an informal gathering somewhere, or go to theater, or go to a gallery. And yes, there will be one more meeting to substitute the slots. But I also wonder that I think the situation can happen in 1 out of 100.
So what would you say to the person who paid for those drinks, expecting a refund from the faculty, and they're not getting their money back?
Okay, look, this thing was miscommunicated. It is our fault, and really, it's our fault. And we say that the faculty cannot fund all these alcoholic drinks. However, we understand your disappointment regarding it, and for me also it was disappointed. I saw that blah blah blah. But look, we'll organize the substitutional event where which you can attend. And for example, you spend on drinks, I don't know, $10, and there will be the proportional amount of, for example, food or catering on the next event. Therefore, you don't lose anything.
So in your manifesto, you talked about the principles of Kalokaratia and Eulaimonia. Could you care to explain a bit more about this concept and how your vision aligns their implementation in society?
So the first one, Kalokaratia, is derived from the Greek belief of the self. So basically, we believe that the self should also be represented equally throughout the program. And this is both in terms of just not only just knowledge, but also in its physical activity. because in Greek societies they valued mind the most, but also in its physical prowess, that you have to build physical strength alongside acquiring new knowledge. And the latter one is more in the line of community. We believe that although we each as individuals should also strive for a greater goal, at the end of the day, we want to build a stronger community ground where everyone feels like they're part of something, they're part of a bigger culture, they're part of this actual program, where we feel like each person would feel a greater cohesion with the rest of their classmates. Because as I asked some second and third years, and most of them didn't even know their own peers, their own close by friends, and that's something I want to change. So with this in mind, I think that it's a great idea to incorporate some Greek values, especially with what kind of course we are. We are a course that's based on, as someone would say, many Greek, values. We take the values, we build upon them, as shown in our philosophy classes. Hence, that's why the two policies are in our manifesto.
That's a great answer. So thank you very much. This is the end of the interview. If you want to say some last comments or one last message.
Okay, people. If you want to our PP society to flourish both in academic, sports, student clubs, ways that it will be developing from all the sides, and that the organizational structure is understandable, that the division of labor is understandable, therefore which will ensure that the PP society runs effectively, and that you can participate in all of the clubs and they are working effectively and smoothly and so on. PP calendar is built, and you can read normal news on, for example, PP society Instagram page when the last post was 1 month ago, as far as I remember. We'll make it. We'll make it work. And therefore, you must vote for us if you want it.
And lastly, do not just vote for someone because they're your friend. Do not vote for us just because you know us. Come to the debate in a week on Thursday, 27th. Come see what each side has to present, what they have to offer, and then make up your mind by yourself. Thank you.
Thank you.